Today I'm going to walk you through how we're redesigning the kitchen, and we're going to turn this little nook into this.
Now, where did the inspiration come to start this project? Because it is kind of hefty, and to be honest, it's because when Thrive reached out and asked to partner up, I just jumped at the chance because number one, I know Holly loves Thrive, but also her and I are such snackers that we decided to make this our snacking station, if you will. Thrive Market is an online membership-based market on a mission to make healthy living easy and affordable for everyone. You can enjoy member-only prices where members save an average of $32 on every order. You can find everything you need from organic and essential groceries, clean beauty, safe supplements, and non-toxic home, plus ethical meat, sustainable seafood, clean wine, and much, much more. You can get the app and skip the store and the lines, which you know I'm a huge fan of, and I've been a fan of before all this stuff happening in the world. Anything that can keep me at home and more efficient with my work, sign me up. Orders $49 and more are actually shipped free, and they're delivered with their carbon neutral shipping from their zero waste warehouses. If you're interested in giving Thrive a try, you can actually click the link down below and choose a membership model that best fits your lifestyle. They have 1 month and 12-month membership options as well. I personally love that you can choose your membership term. For me, I went with the 12-month membership because it comes down to about $5 a month. If you're not sure if Thrive Market is right for you, you can easily give it a try for a shorter period of time. But just a reminder that Thrive Market membership is risk-free. You can take the first 30 days to determine if Thrive Market is right for you. If not, just cancel within 30 days and get a full refund. Something I personally find the most cool though about Thrive is partnering up with them and them being so open about the Black Lives Matter on their end. Their co-founders, Nick, Sasha, Gunnar, started by collectively donating $50,000 to Black Lives Matter, and they also have their Thrive Markets Black Thriver community that handpicked the organizations they're supporting as a company. In addition to the Black Lives Matter, we have the Your Rights Camp and the Atlanta Solidarity Fund. As employees show their support for these groups by donating, Thrive Market will match their monetary donations 2-to-1. So currently their donations are sitting at $83,000. Just in general, it inspires me to work with companies more so like Thrive. So be sure to click the link in the description box down below and choose the Thrive membership that works best for you. And you can also get a free gift up to $22 when you join today. Holly's kitchen is quite small. Literally the 2 counters on the left and right hand side is all she has for working space, and she doesn't even use this quote unquote dining area as a dining area. It kind of just stacks all of our stuff. Since I will be transforming the dining area to the left of this room, we don't need a dining area within here. So what we are going to be using this as is basically a design tester. We want to try some funky things, funky colors, and see if it works or not. If it does, we can just copy and paste it after we make the necessary changes to the actual kitchen. I don't know if you guys would believe me when I said this, but because we're not demoing and renoing, we're literally just adding on to the kitchen, this took me less than 24 hours to complete. It was a larger budget because we need to purchase countertops, but we got the cabinets that you will see for free. So how do we start this thing? You know the deal. We reno, we demo, we clean out, we prep before we paint, and move on to all the perfecting details. Something I would have you guys look out for is when you're decorating a space and you choose heavy base and heavy color, like heavy based bottom tables or furniture, that is really gonna root you to the floor, kind of making everything feel a little bit shorter. So I'm trying to get rid of anything like that in Holly's house because it literally does make it feel so small. I went ahead and removed the trim of the window and the door. We will just replacing it with something thinner to give us a little bit more wall space. Take it where you can. Trust me, when you see these other makeovers coming out soon, you will understand why I am doing this. Once everything was cleared out, that's when I felt like it was okay to remove that ceiling fan, because trust me, the last thing you want to do is have a bunch of stuff underneath that, have the glass drop and shatter all over the mess, making like 4 messes you need to clean up essentially. What I'm going to be doing here is replacing this ceiling fan, since Holly has never used it, with track lighting. Eventually I would like to DIY some recess lighting, which I can hopefully teach you in part 2. It was hilarious to me finding myself snacking on the snack station before it was even built, because that is the fuel that kept me going. I moved forward with just painting the room an ultra pure white with a flat finish. Very basic, because we are going to be taking some chances elsewhere in the living room and with the pop of color from this kitchen, so we don't want to overwhelm it. What you see around the door is actually joint compound drying, so I'm going to avoid painting that. But after I was done painting the majority of the room, I swapped out the door handle to be a modern black one, and then I also added a kickstand, because I just really truly believe that every garage door, exterior, that's all garage doors, interior to exterior, should always have a kickstand, because you never know when you're going to need it. Holly started designing her whole house out a long time ago, and it's really fun to bring it to life. She has the most incredible sketches that I can then figure out how to make it a reality for her. Surprisingly, a subscriber actually reached out to me and offered me these cabinets that she was getting rid of, and they worked perfectly for this space. And not only that, they were already raw wood. It was a score on top of a score on top of a score, and they will for free. Because realistically, we can set it in place and tack them, to make to the wall, so it doesn't shake every time you move it. We can just add a little bit of wood.
Perfect, right?
Are you excited? Really?
Yeah.
When I stepped out to work on some concrete planners that I hopefully am able to show you soon, Holly took over and started to test paint for me to grab at Home Depot on my way back home, so I can spend the night painting these guys. I'm not going to lie, I know that I don't sleep fairly often, but specifically with tasks like this, I promise you, if you just stay up, push through it, and bust out painting these all night, you will thank yourself in the morning when all you have to do is install the doors and the hardware. I decided to go with a more slim trim just to chic it up a bit, but also not to take up too much wall space. I also temporarily tacked in the drawers to the wall. That way they don't shift when we're using them. But remember, we're going to replace the flooring with hardwood. And per usual, just like I say in every room, one of the most simple updates you can do is switching out your faceplates for screwless ones, because they just look way better. When it came to the layout of the kitchen, Holly's way made so much sense, with the cabinet being up in the middle with shelving on either side, and then down below having the cabinets on either side and shelving in the middle. It was almost a reverse that kept your eye very aesthetically pleased the whole time. I really am loving designing with Holly, because truth be told, I would have just done open shelving across this entire top of this wall, but I'm obsessed with the pop of green in between, which, by the way, this green is called Double Duty. I have linked everything down below for you guys. Exactly how I installed Holly's vanity closet shelving brackets are exactly the ones I am using, and exactly how I'm doing it here. So you can refer to that for a full detailed description. But what I'm going to be doing differently is upgrading the wood we are using to using a butcher block, which, yes, is very expensive, but it is so worth it if you're looking to invest somewhere in particular in your kitchen and you don't need to invest in appliances. Also, do not recommend you picking up a butcher block by yourself. I should not have done it, but I was determined to have Holly walk in as a surprise. Oh my gosh. Not a good idea to do this alone. we like. Oh my God. Shut your mouth when you're speaking to me like this. Oh, I mean, just tuck me in just a little bit. Leave some room for the tile. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Don't die.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Like how
I love it.
stunning is it?
Oh my God.
I didn't even realize how big this was.
That's
But like,
amazing.
look how much space you have now.
That's what I mean. That's amazing.
Or did you just wake up from your slumber?
That is so awesome.
No, you did. In order to cut down this butcher block, I just used my circular saw, took it nice and steady with a straight edge and a couple of clamps because I was going to rip these down to be 7 1/4 to fit right on in. I will be extending the top left shelf to go over the door and use that pocket hole trick that I've used in my quote-unquote floating shelves before in my personal office makeover. Then for phase 2 of the makeover, because we want to rip all that granite up, there would be that tile up to the first shelf. Oh, tuck me in. But we're gonna wait because we still have to do, literally, I want to do like a tile day and get rid of all this. Part 2. To wrap up all the storage for this kitchen edition, I will be adding some 1x2s like I did in my small closet makeover and just laying plywood directly on top with some edge banding to make it look a little bit chic. You don't have to get crazy with shelving. We're not trying to put a bunch of weight on these guys since the pots and pans are going to stay over by the stove. So if it was a little bit more lightweight, I would have built a frame out in between each of these 1x2 moments so they didn't bow down in the middle. You can see Holly helping your girl out by prepping where I'm going to be drilling holes for the hardware that she chose. I'm painting the 1x2s green that are on the cabinets to match, and then the back one white just to blend in a little bit more. I did not add any finish to these shelves or the top yet because we want to do the entire kitchen at once. We will have to protect it. I moved on to styling the pieces that Holly picked up from Home Goods, and I also did a Home Goods run. So it was really cool to see us shop separately, but our styles come together so cohesively. It may seem a little bit backwards that I styled prior to adding the hardware, and that is because we weren't sure what type of hardware we wanted to do or the coloring. We knew it was going to be a longer handle, not a knob. So once we started placing all the items and we were completely 110% with the black hardware, that is when I went to install. This is hands down one of the biggest transformations I have ever done, but I have to be completely honest with you, it's also one of the easiest. Like I said, I got it done in a day because this is considered an add-on. We're not getting crazy with appliances. We aren't getting nutty with the electrical. This was just the test run, if you will, and the okay, green light, go ahead. Let's go ahead and finish the rest of this kitchen. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. Holly told me that she couldn't even look at the rest of her kitchen anymore without trying to or attempting to throw up because she's so over it, which dramatic like me, very much so, but also very true. It's pretty cool when you have a room, even if you are handling it in phases, how quickly you can get over a room once you start to redo it and notice, like, what have I been waiting for? Thank you once again to Thrive for sponsoring today's episode. Quite frankly, I know I say this every time with sponsors, but I don't sponsor up with people lightly, and I don't do it just because. I do it so I can invest in a makeover like this and continue to give back to my family and friends.
What? Yes?
Although this is absolutely stunning and I am very proud, to the left, my friends, is quite a mess that we need to tackle, and hopefully you will be seeing a new breakfast nook to complement this new kitchen addition next week.